Good morning. Is my voice okay today?
Yes, sir, Shrabai, it's okay today.
Om Shanti. So this is the original Murli from 1986, March 31st, in which very much in line of the recent Murlis Baba is speaking about being a master and being a child, being a master of our inner powers, being a master over our mind, intellect, and sanskaras, our subtle faculties, and also being a child. Also, Baba says like child of who? Baba, and emerge all of those qualities. So here, Baba says this is the year to become full of all powers and to attain blessings. So Baba was talking about Nischay Nasha of being a master, having that intoxication of who you belong to. And Baba is bring our attention to more subtle details of practicing and just knowing there is a difference. And Baba wants us to see when you see that nasha, that's when you not only know, you realized that you are. Um, the aim is to become equal to Baba, which is to have the same stage as Baba's stage. So here, as Baba is telling, uh, in all the four subjects: thoughts, words, deeds, connections, relations. So Baba wants to see equality in all the four subjects of um, living up to who you are, having that qualities. So Baba says over a long period of time we need to practice this. So whatever we practice, it is all registered in our settled stage. And Baba was talking about everything is filed in the subtle region. Even today's Murli Baba was, sorry, yesterday's Murli Baba was talking about that as the awake signals of yesterday, where Baba was talking about go beyond the body and bodily world, sanskaras of body and bodily world, go beyond uh, the family of souls and stay in the subtle region. And whenever you need to come into this physical world for service and go beyond. So similarly, Baba was bring our attention to whatever we practice is all registered now. Uh, Practice being equal in all four subjects. So Baba was also talking about increase the account of the powers of pure thoughts. So here Baba was talking more around manifesting thoughts, use experiment with the power of thoughts. So those thoughts, what are the most powerful thoughts? Murli is the source of all our pure thoughts. And Baba says Murli is the treasure store. The Baba says accumulate the points of Murli means increase the power of pure thoughts. So use this every moment as a power. You now have to pay attention, special attention to this speciality of serving with our mind. And Baba brings our attention to we have to do this over a long period of time. And Baba was also telling being not only being a bestower of blessings, you also have to be a Vigna Vinashak like Baba, be a problem solver, embodiment of solutions. Baba is giving us extra chance to move ahead and to remove the obstacles. One of the power Baba brings our attention is power to accommodate. So Baba says, make this natural, make this quality of being a bestower and remover of obstacle your natural nature. It is not that you have to practice, you have to be conscious of, but make it so natural that you don't have to even be aware of it. So Baba is telling uh, Vigna Vinashak, no matter what happens, do tapasya yourself and cooperating in finishing the obstacles. Uh, so in this Baba was telling to build the cooperation. So bowing down is, in other words, letting go of our ego, opens up the doors, and then you will be rocked. These obstacles will become an opportunity to to be rocked in the cradle. Keep swinging. This dying is greatness. Baba was emphasizing on that. Baba was also talking about the atmosphere in this world of peaceless atmosphere. What is our job, and how do we keep our connection alive in order to have a clean and clear connection, in order to get touching in directions from Baba. Clearer our intellect, the more clearer you'll be able to catch Baba's directions, and then you'll have you'll have a touching at the right timing. So for this, Baba bringing our attention to economy and economy. So Baba is emphasizing again, coming back to our four subjects of thoughts, words, deeds. Economize your powers. Create the sanskara of economy and economy. So taking the strength from only one Baba and none another is what Baba is bringing our attention. Sanskara of economy and economy to experience both the touching and catching power. Right? You won't be able to experience these at the time of distractions. We have to practice this from now onwards over a period of time. And so if we don't make it natural, so we will be battling. That takes us into silver age. And are you going to the Sun Dynasty or to bow and arrow to battling? Baba is bringing our attention to this again and again. So Baba is continuing on the same path, wherein Baba says, everywhere, whether abroad or in this land, there are many small places. According to the present time, they are ordinary. But children are full of all treasures. There are many who have hoped for a long time on their behalf to take the instrument children on a tour. Children on a tour there, but their desire has not been fulfilled. Babdada is fulfilling the desire. Make special plans for Maharati children so that they go to ignite the lamps of hope, Asha Deep, in others. Babdada is giving special time to awaken the lamps of hope. All of you Maharati children together should share out the different areas to go to and fulfill the hopes of the children in the villages who are not able to come here because of the time. You go to main places because they have big programs. But the programs that they do in the little places according to their capacity are their big programs. Their bhavna, loving feeling, is their biggest function. Bab Dada has had requests from many such children in a file for a long time, and Bab Dada wishes to complete this file. Baba is giving Maharati children a special chance for them to become rulers of the globe. So do not say Dadi should go to all places. No. If one Dadi goes everywhere, it would take 5 years. Would you then accept it? If Bab Dada were not to come for 5 years, it would not be good if Babdada's meetings happen here in Madhuban and Didi is on tour. So make a program for Maharathis. Make a program to go to the places where no one have yet been. This year, wherever you go, especially serve the public one day and have a tapasya program for Brahmins another day. Do not just go to public functions and come back running. As much as possible, create programs through which there is special refreshment for them, Brahmins also. Along with this, let there be programs where you can connect with VIPs, but let them be short programs. Make such programs where Brahmins can receive the power of zeal and enthusiasm and can also be filled with courage and enthusiasm to become free from obstacles. So, Baba is giving time for you to make a program of going on a tour everywhere. Because according to the time, the circumstances are also changing and will continue to change. Therefore, now complete the file. We will revise again what Babdada wishes to see. Acha? And Baba is sharing extra points. Become Santushtamani, the jewels of contentment, who make yourself and everyone else content. Santushtamani, Santust with yourself and everybody else. Have an unlimited intellect for your own effort, for service, and for one another in a gathering. Eternal awareness. Behad ki buddhi, right? Unlimited intellect, the broad intellect for your own effort, for the service, and for one another in the gathering. Do not have limited intellect. Had. Don't come into limits. Had. I want this is my thought. This is not being unlimited. When the majority verify something, when the instruments verify something, then that is an unlimited intellect. Where there is the majority, I am there. This is increasing the power of the gathering. Do not show the greatness thinking that my idea is very good. No matter how good it is, when it breaks a gathering, then even that good idea will become ordinary. Have the unlimitedness to increase the power of gathering. For this, even if you have to renounce your idea, there is fortune in this renunciation. Always have the awareness that if you stay away from the gathering here, you will not come in the royal family there. The gathering of this time will bring you into a close relationship for 21 births and therefore increase the power of gathering. Increasing the power of gathering is the foremost elevated task in Brahmin life. There is success in this. Therefore, have an unlimited intellect in this. Be unlimited. Do not just pull the quilt to yourself. Give it to others too. And they will give it back to you. Otherwise, they will also give a little and then pull it to themselves completely. And thirdly, happiness. The practical and visible form of contentment, santustita, and being unlimited, that is visible on the face and in the mind of every Brahmin is happiness. Not to be one who have many questions, but to be one who is happy in his heart. Let the imperishable happiness of your thoughts and your form be visible on your face. So, contentment, being unlimited and happy, is the completion of the 18th chapter. Do you understand? Now, do tapasya for this result. Result for santushtita, unlimited intellect, broad intellect, and happiness. Do tapasya for these results. Do not look at one another. This one is not doing anything. So why should I do this? Why should I do it? No, I have to demonstrate by doing it. I have to be an instrument and spread the vibrations into the atmosphere. Do you understand? So Baba is meeting the groups and giving this. This is not the last chance, but the first chance. Those who renounce something with their heart without any selfish motives receive great fortune. Those who renounce something from their heart without any selfish motive receive great fortune. There isn't so much fortune created when you have renunciation with a selfish motive. The fortune of the altruistic renunciation is very big. Bapdada sees all the children ahead of one another, even though he knows the number. He does not look at anyone number wise. At the moment, he sees everyone with the vision of number one. Because even now, there is a margin for going fast from last. However, there is little time. These are the good wishes and pure feelings that Bap Dada has for all the children. He always sees you as fast and first. You are told that the whistle has not yet blown. Everyone is running for the chair. And when the whistle is blown, then it will become number wise. Bab Dada is welcoming everyone with love. Acha, to all the lovely children everywhere, to the children seated in Baba's heart throne, to the children who show contentment, to the children who always have the personality of happiness, to those who always have broad and unlimited heart, the ones who imbibe with unlimited and broad intellect, to the unlimited souls or to that eternal souls. Bab Dada's love filled remembrance and namaste. So we can read little further. Bab Dada always makes the instrument server teachers move forward with the blessings. And the blessing is, may you be equal to Baba, Bapsana. Baba always thinks of all the Pandavas and Shaktis, whatever service they are instruments for, as those who are multi-million times fortunate, elevated souls. You definitely, especially experience the visible fruit of service in the form of happiness and power. Now, to the extent that you yourself become powerful lighthouses and might houses and do service, so the flag of revelation will accordingly be hoisted everywhere. Each instrument server has to pay special attention to two things for success in service. One, always have unity of harmonizing sanskaras. For this, speciality has to be visible in every place. And the second, first of all, each of you instrument servers have to give these two certificates to yourself, unity and contentment. Sanskaras are always different and will always be different. But it depends on you yourself whether there is a conflict of sanskaras or whether you step away and keep yourself safe. When something happens, if one person's sanskaras are like that, then the other person should not clap, not respond. Whether the other person changes or not, you can change, can you not? If each one of you changes yourself and imbibes the power to accommodate, then the sanskara of the other person will definitely cool down. So, always connect with one another with the feelings of love and regard, greatness. Because the instrument servers are the mirrors of Baba's image. So, whatever is your practical life, become a mirror of Baba's image. And so, always be the mirror of life in which Baba is visible as he is and what he is. Otherwise, however, you are all making very good effort and you also have good courage. You have good enthusiasm for the expansion of service and is therefore taking place. Service is good, but now in order to reveal Baba, always show the proof of your practical life so that everyone says the same thing. And what is that thing? That all of you are the same when it comes to the inculcating knowledge, and that you are also number one in harmonizing sanskaras. It isn't that the teachers of India are different from teachers of abroad. All are the same. It is just that you are all instruments of service and cooperating in the task of establishment. You're also giving your cooperation now, and so you automatically have to play a special part in everything. In fact, Babdada and the instrument souls do not see any difference in those from abroad or those here. Wherever there is a need for someone's specialty, then it does not matter who it is. There is benefit from that one's specialty. To give regard to one another is the code of conduct, Maryada, of the Brahmin clan. Receive love and great regard. Importance is given to a person's personality rather than to the person. Acha. So let's take a pause here. Let's take a minute to soak in. See what Baba is asking from each one of us. A certificate of unity, contentment, content with your own self, Baba and family, harmonizing sanskaras with unlimited broad intellect, create this personality of happiness. Om Shanti. Another beautiful Murli. What resonated from the Murli for you? Feel free to unmute yourself and share your points.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Divine Family. And today's my takeaway is that it's a very wonderful statement Baba has given. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
This is tapasya for results. Do not look for another. It's
Mm.
very good and without selfish motive.
Mhm.
And third is a point I got that everyone for vision number one. So that vision we have to is keep in our mind. Everybody for number one.
Mm.
So that we have to selfishly we have to and harmonizing the sanskaras.
Mm.
Everybody has a different sanskaras. So we have to harmonize that. This is not match every. We have to response, should not response. And we have to change ourselves. We can change others. So that
Mm.
mirror of light we have to just give and reveal Baba. Om Shanti.
Yeah, that was a beautiful example Baba gave. Everyone is in the race. You won't get the number. It's like um, so merry-go-round, right? Like, so you run around chairs, and then when the whistle blows, then everyone catch their own seat. Until then, you don't know whose number is what. That was a nice analogy Baba has given. Yeah, thank you.
Om Shanti, Hashem.
Mhm.
Um, if you see the whole Murli, the aim is short time, but need a long period of time. Actually, in every, if I could list, it was four aspects which Baba has touched. The main thing is time is short now.
Mm.
Time to become equal is there, closeness and perfection, and it has to go over a long period of time, golden age and silver age. It has to go over a long period of time. So if we are asking him for 21 births, even the effort which is needed now, we have to remember the reward has to be spread over. So everywhere in this Murli, I just see Baba gives these two kind of relation. Whatever is there is now for a short time, but attainment is for a long period of time. That means we have to be very strong, very mature, and there has to be a lot of determination and a lot of tapasya. As we already saw yesterday, a few things where and it's a mixture Murli. I thought it was only a service Murli. First, Baba, of course, speaks about service. I think because it is 31st March, and I don't know, but towards the end of the thing, so Bab Dada generally gives a long action plan for the next year before he comes. So looks like he has given a lot of homework over there, but it is he gives a service smoothly, and then in between he also gives us what do we do have to do for that. Like when he said. Um, you have to give goodwill and pure feelings to another for transformation. You have to accumulate every point by reading the Murli every day, and you have to use every Murli point. So, really, one has to pick up from that to see what is the most important service plan he has given, as well as the point. But what I liked is the fourth point about these villages. I used to just think, how suddenly Baba has shifted his focus on those people. Baba will generally try to put on these big places, big programs, big mics, big contacts, VIPs. And he used to ask every of these continent, how many VIPs have you bought? But over here, when Baba spoke, maybe all these people have sent a file to Baba that no one is coming to us. I'm speaking about the inconspicuous small places, villages where nothing, there will be no VIPs, there'll be no return. But what do you get in return from there? Bhavna. That's the first point I really was taking in. How did this village is given? Maybe this was an indication that Baba, and who should go there? Maharatis and Dadis. So that was even one point for service. And he said, any program you do, it should be coupled with a tapasya program for the Brahmins. So there were many, like, small things, jewels which he has put in between, which one has to, I think this Murli in 1986, when it was revised and seen by the Dadis, really they would have taken a microscope and gone through each paragraph daily to see what Baba mentioned. Of course, there was no daily. Immediately after 2 or 3 days, another Murli comes. But what they would have separated each and given to each of them to do. But these two things is what I would like to take from today's Murli. How to, don't think, even if I give, like, Baba says, even hunchback, prostitutes, even they must be given. What do you get? So even their file would have reached Baba. Baba always mentions them. Hunchback, prostitutes, and also must be given this knowledge. So no one is left, because all, as I said, no, when the steamer broke, Baba's children were thrown in all directions. So maybe some children did not go only to Africa, America, and all. They went also to these villages. So that, and this, any program, there has to be a tapasya. Like, we have in our Hindu culture, when a family goes on a pilgrimage, when they come back home, we have a function called a samaradhanai, like collecting all that and doing. So for us, the finishing touch for the programs is tapasya program for the Brahmins. I think these two things were something different from today's Murli. Om Shanti.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, and actually, nicely Baba puts together. I want to see these results, and in order to get that results, you need to exercise on this part. For example, here, in order to bring unity, he said, like, you need to have a lot of cooperation and lot of accommodation, a lot of patience and tolerance. So you have to build all of these things. And again, he says, like, how do you build all of these things? By recognizing the uniqueness of each and every one, right? And no two people will be same ever, forever. They will never be the same. And Baba says that, like, see, that is what is the whole game about harmonizing, is recognizing the fact and acknowledging the, accepting the fact that everyone will be different and they're not going to be the same, right? So, but when we all align to Baba, and then they also align to Baba, so then we align to each other. So Baba nicely tells what results he wants to see, but also he tells, like, what is the practice that he is expecting of us to, from us, to make it happen. Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, Om Shanti. Yeah, Baba also highlighted being the contented, contentment, sandustada. So it's very important. So we have to be content with ourselves and make others content, and that's where we become the jewel of contentment, satisfying the self and everyone. And also touched upon that Vishal Buddhi, unlimited intellect. So where you know, we don't say it as my thought, my idea. So instead, Baba would like to see us being an instrument there. So when I renounce personal opinions for power of unity. So that's very important when there is, in order to maintain that unity, right? This is just a fortune creating. So their renunciation is very much important. So we there that master, that Balak and Malik comes, right? So when we have to say, we can say as a Malik, but when after saying, we have to become a Balak. And then the happiness again, that Kushi. So that should be visible on our face. That proof of contentment should be visible on our face. Right. So these are some of the points that stayed with me when we read this. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and it is really interesting, especially around the topic of contentment, and especially when being a master and a child. So, so how can we switch gears, right? Like especially when we have a opinion, our
Yes.
opinion is strong because we see something which others might not have seen, right? We see, or there is this program project, we say, and for this project, if we do this and this, and this is how we want to reach out, this is the people who want to reach out, and this will create more impact, and the whole of that opinion, or how intense is my opinion or my idea, and how much I think it is effective, I should not give up, right? Because I see that, and especially if others don't accept it, and then you see that, oh look, you are not seeing what I'm seeing, and then you come up with a whole full perspective. And now comes the question, because this is what most of the time happens, right? So, and then if I see that which is very effective is not getting accepted, and something else happens, and then something else is going on, so then what will happen? In order to be a child, which means accept it and then move forward along with the collective decision, so I have to change my context of seeing the same situation. Now the context is not getting that service done. Now the context of service is how well we get along. That
Yeah.
itself is an objective, which is not considered in the initial part when we try to build our idea of the service, right? So now Baba says that what good is that your idea may be great, it may generate a lot of great things, but it is it is tearing the family apart. What good is that service? So you are missing the whole point altogether. So, so I think recognizing the power of context and exercising our ability to switch the context, so that we are switching gear, we are getting the best of the both, right? Individually you are pulling out the best ideas and presenting to the group, and collectively we are working together to build a strong family, right? So learning this ability to switching our context and getting the best in each one of us uh, is what builds the strong community or a strong family, right?
Yeah. So, because Baba gives importance to that unity, right? Because even though
Yeah.
your ideas or whatever your opinion may be great, but if that breaks the unity, then it's of no use. It's not doing anything there, right? Um, yeah, but when we can work towards building the unity, making it strong, then that itself is a great service.
That is true. And at the same time, we don't want to compromise any mediocre service also, right? So we want to pick up the best of the best ideas to get executed. Uh, but we, if you actually see one of the main tasks, like today's Murli or for today's Murli, Baba was talking about. Look, there is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar Trimurti picture, but there is no head. Shiv Baba is not there, so it is as if they chopped off the head from the whole thing. So if you actually see what is a Trimurti telling, he is the creator. What is he creating? He's creating a golden age. What does a golden age means? This powerful family who has love for each other, and that is Vishnu represents, right? And and then these are not ordinary family. These are very powerful people. It's a powerful family, right? That golden age family, that 900,000 is no ordinary people. When they come together, work together as a unit, so the power that they bring, and that is what Baba is creating. He's the creator of that family, right? So now he cannot just expect mediocre service from this family. You see, right? So he needs best ideas to be executed by the family by coming together. He wants best of the both sides. So now you got to dig into your individual power, and then you need to tap into the collective power, and then together we need to bring out the best in each one of us, and that makes you content with yourself, and the whole family will also be content with each other, right? And I think that's where most of the time, especially today's Murli, where Baba was bringing our attention to Behad ki buddhi, broad intellect, broad intellect. He's pushing us to see the big picture, what I see what I see, and then work in that with that in mind. Yeah, thank you for bringing it up.
Ashbhai,
Mhm.
it's not a question, it's just a kind of point. Whenever in these Murlis, sometimes Baba will put a flash statement. Like if you remember, whenever Avyakt Murli gets over, we wait for that sentence in the end. Is this Baba will be coming in the next season? Will Baba be coming? So we wait for that when Baba gives us a homework and say, yes, of course, I will be coming. And we wait for that schedule to come. That really gives us a continuity. But you see, in this Murli, especially when you read in that fourth point, it was only one small question, not connected at all to the paragraph. The statement was, question was, would you then accept it if Bap Dada were not to come for 5 years? And now Bap
Mm,
Dada has not come for 8 years. So I was just, and he didn't even go to that question directly, or not understand what feeling it threw on us. Directly he goes, what if Baba has come to Madhuban and Dadi is on tour going from one place to another? Like, no
mm,
connectivity. But I was just thinking, as I told you, every statement which Baba makes in the Murli, some significance it's there. Can you just relate that? Because when you read it, it
mm,
really
mm,
hit me.
mm,
And what was that point where why Baba, in that place where Baba speaks about fourthly, about Dadi going to these small places? Why
mm,
did Baba
mm,
give us that injection there?
mm. So mainly Baba here in this, Baba was talking about service in small places, right? So if you look at small places like say every village and every center, 10,000 centers, every center tries to put up a program. And all the 10,000 centers, Dadi has to go. So what will happen? She ends up going on a tour and to complete a whole one trip, 10,000 centers, 10,000 places. Even if you do one program every day non-stop, how many years does it take? It takes a lot of time. So even if she is on the road for a long period of time, she cannot make it, right? So so when she's on a tour, say like, okay, I'll take this. I want to fulfill everybody's desire, and I want to go to each and every center. And Dadi says that, and then she goes. Then what will happen? Baba comes and Dadi is not here. The administrative head is not in the organization where God Himself is coming. How does that work out? So she has to be here. And again, Baba says that, look, if Baba does not come for that long, what will happen? What will happen to everybody's stage? It all goes down. So Baba is trying to bring a balance. And I also think that Baba is trying to bring our attention to, you need to sustain. Like Baba need to come, Baba comes to sustain us. So similarly, Dadis also have to fulfill and sustain all the Brahmin family. And that's where Baba is bringing this attention that, look, you got to sustain the family. So wherever you go, do one small public program, do a bouquet gathering, and have a VIP gathering, small VIP gathering, right? So you make sure you give sustenance for everybody and not say stay disconnected for a long period of time, right? So I think that is what Baba is bringing our attention to, that like how much sustenance are we taking from Baba? If Baba does not come, so what will happen to our sustenance? Similarly, all the centers will might be looking up towards Dadis to come and then sustain the Brahmin family and all other stuff. So you also have to keep going, visiting, but at the same time, he is talking to the centers that, guys, you guys have to be practical also. So make it sustaining sustenance for everyone. Don't go for public program and run back. Go for VIP program to the hall and then walk back. No, go and sustain the family. That is what I think Baba is bringing our attention to.
Yeah, but here Dadi means, I think, big Dadi, because every
Yeah,
other Dadi is already on their tour of service and all. So here Baba's talking only about Dadiji.
Dadiji,
Anyhow, I
Dadiji.
think that was a very, and that has happened now, no? In 86, he spoke of 5 years. And for me
Mm,
to think now it's 8 years, I was just thinking some statement made somewhere, looking at the
mm,
future. Baba's given us that signs of warning. Hello, there'll be time when my
mm,
meeting is going to come to an end. I
mm,
was just thinking like it was a call of the future.
mm. Yeah, it is true. And definitely it's um, especially when Baba is talking about contentment and happiness and unity. So we actually see all these three are connected, right? So unless I'm content with myself, right? If I'm not happy, like whatever, what happens in the relationship, if you're not happy, everything looks like a problem. Everyone looks like they're against you, right? So if there is no contentment with yourself and whoever you are relating to, if you're not comfortable with whoever you are interacting with, either service or either the laukik or alaukik or workplace, if you're not happy with yourself in that connection, with yourself connecting with others or content with others, then the unity becomes a big challenge. So then there is no happiness, right? So I think the big attention is coming back to, how do you sustain yourself? What makes you happy? That that becomes like an immunity that saves you from um, the the challenges of the world, or takes you to a safer sacred place inside, safe from all of the noises of the world. What is your personal practice to keep yourself content? Feel free to unmute yourself and share what makes you happy, what's keeping you happy. Or happy contentment is more than happiness. Yeah, deep sense of satisfaction.
This contentment it is insight, right? I mean,
Mm,
when you realize who you are and what you're getting, whom you are, whose child you are, all that thought gives some inner soothing experience, that's contentment. And as a result, happiness will be visible on your face. And when you are happy, then whoever you deal with, whoever you have to interact with, right? They all experience, people around you will experience that vibration from you, right? So um, that behavior, my nature or my sanskar of that happy behavior, right? That's going to definitely build a unity around, right? It works. I mean, I'm just one thought. I'm just
Yeah,
sharing
yeah.
it. It can build.
For me, I feel contentment is something when you're full and so overfull, I'll say, what I'll do with so much, and we are able to share. But happiness is something when my companion is always with me. When there is, if he leaves me, if he's not there, when in that incorporeal way or the other way, I think a little part, because I remember 2017 and then we were waiting for 2018, a little bit of happiness went from, I don't know, some of us Brahmins to know, oh, well, so Bap Dada won't be coming. So I think happiness is like a destination. It is not something which I'm going to just be happy today and happy tomorrow and all. It's till I reach my destination, I think it will continue. Contentment is more of what I've got, panata, jo palia, and baki raha kya. So both are actually, one leads to the other, they say, but I think happiness is a very elusive concept till I reach the destination.
Yeah. So if you actually see the contentment part, right? One is using the Swaman, like who I am, whatever Swamans Baba has given, yours Almighty Authority, Master Almighty Authority, you are child of God, and all that Swamans. But what actually is a practice that leads to contentment? Of course, we heard Baba saying, "Oh, you are God's child. You have all the, you are Master Sarvashaktivan." And then taking that thought, holding that mindset, like holding that, taking that thought, taking that idea of being, what does it mean to be Master Sarvashaktivan? And then creating that whole inner awareness. What does it mean? And creating that inner awareness. In other words, we say like we are conscious of what it means to be that. And when we hold that awareness, it's not only an idea which sits in our head, but also when we start not just aligning our thinking, but also aligning our feeling to that idea or concept. So what does it feel like? And allowing that atmosphere of what it means to be having all complete and perfect. How does that feels like? How does it feel to have all power? How does it feel to be free from anything? And when we bring our attention a little bit more deeper, when our feeling starts changing, our inner awareness starts changing, and then when we go into silence of holding this awareness, and then when we forget ourselves what we are practicing, and we are so absorbed in that state of self, then your whole presence becomes so naturally giving. And that's what we generally see in dadis. Because just by being in their company, there is this, they're not consciously practicing anything that, oh, I must serve Shaktivan or things like that. They're carrying that atmosphere with them. They're carrying in their stage. And that thing which is filling their heart, their presence, uh, which does not need anything else, which is not lagging anything. And that state is contentment, and that's what leads to all other things like, okay, I don't need anything, I got everything I want, Panatasopalia, and all that. That is a result of all of that practice, right? And then even in the relationships, our expectations from the relationship is, well, I'm not expecting anything to, I'm not expecting anything to make me feel better. I'm already feeling better. So the relationships are not that sticky, and they are effortless and then graceful the whole journey. Yeah. Cool. Just some thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And it is also going back to our originality, isn't it? Because after all, that's what it is. Contentment is another way. If you look at it, we are going back to our originality, like where Baba is the ocean. And the more we practice the soul consciousness, right, the more we are getting connected to Baba, Ek Baba, Dusra na koi ek, right? So that that experience will tell you, I don't need anything. I just, whatever I seek is already with my Baba. So I'm already full with his company. So that there's nothing is expected from outside. So that will only happen when you are looking within, right? When you experience everything within, right? Yeah.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, yeah. And especially when I was thinking, one is consciously holding that, and other thing is you're not doing anything and it is there. And that's where we want to get to. And that will be nice to have. Yeah. Okay. So we'll take a minute to meditate. Take your attention inward and have this clear awareness with broad intellect. Who you are always going to be, who you belong to, and what energy are you originally made of and carrying with you. Being that lighthouse and might house, carrying that God's light for the rest of the day. Spreading light and love to everyone you come across. Om Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Harshabai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a wonderful day.